Vamos a ver de qué va esto, amigos. En este viaje tendrás que parpadear. El juego es capaz de detectar las veces que parpadeas. ¿Ves cómo funciona? Prueba a parpadear mirando al símbolo blanco. Eso ya lo estoy haciendo. Bueno, esto no funciona bien. Ah, ya. Cuando aparezca un metrónomo y parpadees, darás un salto hacia adelante. Sigue parpadeando. A la madre, está cabrón.
That's mine. Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Se ve muy
I
bien,
asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or
¿Cómo?
hands to shake with, or nose to look down with.
Soy puros ojos.
So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? No, a better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there?
Ah, la verga, qué bonito.
Scary one. That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged.
Pero ¿por qué a mí,
present
güey?
your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now, if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
¿Qué pedo? ¿Estás bien, hijo?
Sorry you had to hear that.
Bueno.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time.
Verga, okay.
A second, Could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Don't be... And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh?
Sí, no quiero
Well, I
parpadear.
get that. I like it too. Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall...
The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Pendejo.
Okay, go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. You know, it'll really be something to see how he grows.
Oh, you play along with mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. Now, where was
Ok, aquí ya. Ah, ya. Va. Mira, me estoy bañando, güey.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's
No, estoy empezando a pensar en mis hijas.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah, I worried that might have something to do with it.
Hacia donde miro va el barquito, güey. Qué bonito.
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems in the universe.
Uy, como bebé estás imaginando que rompe las nubes con tu barquito.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right. No. You're right.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
Ay, mira.
Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Hey, we do not throw things in this house.
Perdón.
If you're mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it. You know, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what you have in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
No, no digas eso, jefa. Dice, ¿cómo? ¿Libro de borradores o de...? No sé cómo mencionarlo, perdónenme.
See? That used to be my piano.
Mm.
My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue
Recortes, gracias.
it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
No, mames, no. No, jefa. No piense eso, jefa, por favor. Por favor.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
No, un
I
regalo.
just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Un
Yeah, what's wrong
gatito.
We
Qué
can't keep him.
bonito.
Can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie. Little Ernie. Fits him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat?
Yeah, I just mean, for now. Of course, we're not going to keep it.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey.
No lo vamos a quedar, ¿verdad, jefa?
Another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time. So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye.
Y tanto.
Just considering.
Just know, a month from now, he's going to be sleeping on my pillow, and I'm not going to be breathing.
Ya, jefa. Míralo.
No, you'll be breathing because you'll develop a tolerance.
You just said that, Mike.
Okay. All right. He can sleep on my pillow. Fair?
Así soy yo. Así soy yo convenciendo a Candy. No, si está tosito, sí.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little band on your piano there.
Qué buena forma de verlo, Recamen. Qué buena forma de verlo.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Me gustaría ir a Grecia, ¿sabes?
Well, just remember to put on sunscreen. Man, I gave you some unfortunate jeans, didn't I? Luckily, Mom gave you some good ones, so, yeah, let's hope they balance each other out.
¿Y mamá?
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure, but you know anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that's settled.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about? I hope you're not in love with her.
You know, I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself to be much.
El
Richard,
jefe.
what are you talking about?
Nice.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes, and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
No, no te hagas pipí. Te hablo. Niño. Mira, ya dibujo mejor.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please
¿Por qué?
let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
¿Por qué la mamá ya no se ve, eh?
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius,
Ah, ya salió.
which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me. But I do wonder what he'll think about you. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even
Su
recognize
papá. ¿Qué tal, Chas? ¿Cómo estás?
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
¿Qué habrá pasado en la llamada?
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy.
Pobrecito.
Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Ay, hay mucho que tomarle foto.
Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
Ah, cómo va
God, no,
creciendo.
what if he got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What? Did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
God, honey.
Totalmente de acuerdo,
worried
Truco,
too.
I know, sweetie.
Ernie! Kid! Come to Papa! I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night?
It's back.
Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
Okay,
Pisa al
let's take
gatito.
this seriously, okay? He has one eye. That means predators can come up from one side and he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously. Ernie! Come on, dude!
Ya desactivé eso, Igna.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But
Oh, no.
Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on... Say that one more time, sweetie.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't
shit.
Think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
Sorry, I didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Maybe we can put them outside or something. Until we can find homes for them.
No, tienen que deshacerse de los gatitos, güey.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
No, are you kidding? I love it.
Were you able to pick up a new book? Yes. The Milligallia is of particular interest. I meant Benny's book. Oh, yeah. That's what's good.
Está creciendo.
Expensive, right?
No. Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
Le encantan los dinosaurios. Es daltónico. No lo había pensado. Tiene mucho sentido, Kiss Cherry. Tiene demasiado sentido. Por 2 trucos, ¿eh? ¿Qué se oye?
I know it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex, but just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Soy una verga, vean. Lo que se están comiendo los gatitos. Salimos bien crueles de Plectail, amigos, espérense.
Okay. 2 brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket. 2 washers on each screw. So that means we need 8 washers. We have
Probablemente truco.
none. Where the hell are the washers?
Sí soy.
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Necesito que la patrona juegue esto, ¿eh? Necesito que la patrona juegue esto, definitivamente. Oh, vean los colores, güey. Sí, es cierto, no los ve.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
No, va a regalarle sus juguetes.
Congratulations, B. First of many, I'd assume.
Uy, los que ha ganado de piano, mira los trofeos. Ya somos adolescentes.
This isn't my house. It's not my
Se mudaron, vecinos nuevos.
You're not my house. You're not.
Sí, le gusta el surf, ¿eh?
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
I'll play inside. It's late.
Maybe if you actually got me a playscape, I'd want
A
to play
playscape.
inside.
That's not fair, Chloe.
You're not fair. You're not fair. You're not fair. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
What happened?
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try. What the hell? How did he do that?
Tengo... Mira cómo se ve el avión, ¿eh? Tengo una teoría. Somos sordomudos. Bueno, no sordos, sino somos solamente mudos. ¿Sabes? Creo que no hablamos.
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Oh, very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Oh.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Yeah, what a show.
Okay.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. In each unit, we will study
Look
Oh.
on your desk. I wrote you something.
everything you need to know about the civilization.
Querido vecino rarito.
If you ask an Egyptologist,
Vamos a la misma clase. Qué casualidad. No, un favor cuando estemos en el colegio.
know a lot. But since most of you
Haz como si no nos conociéramos y no me hables nunca con cariño, Chloe.
I want
Así
each of
habla el
you to
niño.
write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Aquellos incapaces de recordar el pasado están condenados a repetirlo.
To the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. Come on, dude. Help me out.
Come on, Chloe. We're all waiting.
Sí, sí habla.
Those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
que noviete.
we do not keep an accurate account of the past, we
You
are
broke
destined
my no
to
talking
embarrass
rule,
ourselves and
but
also
I
humiliate
asked you to, so I guess I'll have to let you.
Now, on to what you've all been waiting for. Grades. Assessments, 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work, 20%. That's work we do while at class.
¡Ih! Dice la teacher. ¡Ih!
20%. I will give you a moment to write this all down.
Pinche
I
profe se
tried to
mama.
convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
Que me compró mi jefe.
The little guy.
Nah.
I'll admit that.
Grande el jefe.
Job if whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Molusconstros. Aventuras a raudales. Por fin llega a Playscape tus molusconstros favoritos. Embárcate en un viaje junto a Marcy y sus 4 hermanos y encuentra a su madre, la legendaria Reina Concha. Atrapa monstruos viscosos con las tellinobolas patentadas del Dr. Mejillón y libra espectaculares combates. No podrás encontrar el tesoro de la almeja Chirla. Increíble. Esto es Pokémon, ¿verdad? Mira. Barnacles, Chop, Lobster, Camdunk. Me invitarás a mí a jugar por 2.
See you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
You're
dad just thank me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick. Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard.
Te voy a dejar
Benny,
igualmente.
why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
Ja. Mira, están comiendo mini pepsas.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go
No.
in and meet the dean I spoke with.
No, nos van a alejar de nuestra amiga, güey.
You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something. It's just, you've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you.
Chale, güey.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Por dos, Frugo.
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the
Ándale,
competition
digna.
Ah, and who did you study under?
John MacDonald?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I use.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about you.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
You seem very warm. Very caring.
Verga, güey. Va a haber pedos con ese director. Verga.
See, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
Mierda, esto es lo que tengo que estudiar.
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that the piece?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be. Oh my God, Benny! What are you thinking? You could have killed us.
Verga, no, si me puse a estudiar de a huevo.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. Oh my God. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let him talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude, but you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot.
No mames, echo de menos que mis papás
so basically,
discutan.
across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So we got to be leaning on lobster a lot more in these reef battles. Then, once we get to the trench, we'll be facing what they call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me, but if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the red reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types, which we're for sure gonna need.
Le sabe al Pokémon,
We'll talk more tomorrow, okay? Okay, I gotta go.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet,
Hey,
and she's got...
Mr. Kid.
Yes, that's a she.
Of das.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face.
Esta noche cuando mi padre esté roncando, voy a escapar para pasar la noche en la playa. Si quieres sumarte, haz un dibujo del señor Isaac estreñido. Con cariño, tu vecina rara.
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes.
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. God, why is it like that?
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny, I say turn the lights off, not just Mom.
Tell me, Richard. We're supposed to be nice friends.
Nice friend. Benny, damn it.
Benny, turn those lights off.
Benny, buddy, your Mom wants the light. Benny, we want the lights off.
Voy a escabullir, güey. Claro que sí.
Didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
No mames, claro, güey. Ahora.
You know, I'm really glad you're here.
Qué bonito,
There's
güey.
something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab.
Nice.
So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is a tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most, which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
Qué bonito, güey.
For me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. I'm going to be there soon.
Verga con la madre. Lo va a volver loco, güey. ¿Qué tal lo hice yo y Yucateco? Perdonen, estoy bien concentrado en el juego.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father.
No me
I
digas.
don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
¿Qué? Señora. Escape.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
Esto esté loca, señora. Óigame.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears.
¿Qué?
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
¿Qué pasó?
There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
¿Debería esperar? ¿Debería? A ver que sí. Me perdí el final del otro, sí, güey. Espera los 5 minutos. Los espero, amigos. Sí se va moviendo el reloj. ¿Contestaron? ¿Contestaron la llamada? Creo que ya voy a darle, ¿eh?
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really...
¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué se va a quedar en casa? Estoy en la playa, solo. ¿Me escapé? ¿Me escapé? ¿Qué tal, Kendrickson?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
¿Por qué tengo que estar en casa? O sea, al colegio sí voy. Pero ¿por qué tengo que estar en casa? El barquito, güey. Ufas. Nah, mira la diferencia de dibujo. Será momento de regresar al dibujo.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready!
Oh.
B! You hear me?
What's he doing?
He's drawing. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Why isn't the sun doing this, huh?
No. You mean young Vincent? Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art.
What about his piano?
Oh, he doesn't play much anymore.
So what's that to do?
I mean, if he'll let us. You know, shy.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
¿Pero de qué enfermó?
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Solicitud de Facultad de Bellas Artes. Pregunta número 3. Describa brevemente por qué desea comenzar la carrera en el mundo del arte. Ay, es un dibujo para describirlo, ¿eh? Qué grande. Ahora, ¿quién es ese? Oh, es el profesor de arte. Yo decir quién era ese vagabundo.
You are here to learn to be artists. And although I've hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Qué buen dibujo me aventé, pásate.
So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies.
Pues su madre, güey. Bueno. ¿Por qué está encuerado, profesor? Profe. Profe. Oh, no. 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 Sí.
Oh, how very well and fun these are.
¿Qué es eso?
Very zany. Very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Otra vez. ¡Ah, la madre, eh!
There you go, Mr. Brin.
Feel each shape.
Oh, you fiend!
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brin has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Brin. For I fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
No digas mamadas, está bien feo.
Putting
Perdón.
one foot in front of the other when they are no longer touching the ground.
Oh, mi galería de arte.
The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Ya vivo solo.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
Tremendo cuadro.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
¿Qué dicen, chat? ¿Nos vendemos a los negocios o seguimos nuestra vida de vagabundo? ¿Qué opina el chat? ¿Qué opina el chat? ¿Qué deberíamos de hacer? Arrugamos ese papel, ¿verdad? Véndete, no comas aire. Arrugamos ese papel. Vamos a lo vagabundo.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. what's talent.
Cállese.
Okay, that's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat. But what are you going to do? Paint me to death?
Se lo merece, señora. Se lo perras merece. Al chile. Vámonos a la verga.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
Salud. Pues su madre.
This is divine. So, now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly?
Buena pregunta.
May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling. Now what to eat? If we both only get appetizers, I can afford to go Dutch. Otherwise, I thank you for the dinner.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Brin?
Oh my god. I think it is.
All places.
Soy famoso, chat.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich.
Nah.
Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the
Nice.
moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
Miren, somos unos perros artistazos, amigos. No comemos aire, ¿cierto?
Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor.
Es su mamá.
And, well, I'm going to be a little sick for a while. But really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and I'm just so proud of you. This is nothing but a little bump in the road for me. I'm going to be fine. Okay? So don't even worry about calling me back. Just letting you know. Okay, Benny. I love you.
No digas eso, jefa.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe
El
is
papá
the
está
single thing in
viejito.
the world my wife is most proud of. Her
No.
magnum opus, so to speak. Huh. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny, you ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong?
Shit.
Why aren't you talking?
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
Chile, cállate un ratito, güey.
You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too. You have broken my heart.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house.
¿Es su papá?
She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again.
No.
I hope you understand.
No, el papá, güey. No.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that?
Ah, es la obra de la madre, güey. Es la obra de la madre. No mames, güey, no.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Transcurso de un día, inspirada en la obra de su difunta madre, la compositora L. Fishman.
Is that really you? It's Chloe.
Chloe!
Your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for
Claro
that.
que sí. Pese a no haber sido demasiado conocida en vida, Brin sacó a la luz el trabajo de su madre con la creación de esta pieza. Actualmente Fishman está considerada una de las mejores compositoras de su época. Nice, no mames.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerk back then. I kept that drawing, you know? Oh my God, I bet it's worth quite a bit of money now.
Claro.
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Perdón, volteo hacia abajo, hacia el oscuro, para que alcancen ustedes a leer los subtítulos, ¿no? Porque no quiero ver directamente los ojos. Porque siento que en lo blanco se se pierde.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
¿Qué?
Now would you look at that?
¿Se acabó mi vida?
Believe my luck.
No. No. No, ¿por qué?
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul.
¿Qué?
I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
Verga, güey. Yo creo que de niño fui feliz, Fue esta adolescente donde empezaron los pedos, ¿sabes?
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
No, era una compositora, güey. Al chile.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
No,
Kinda
era
like
muy
your
demandante.
Champion or more like a taskmaster?
Para mí fue demandante, ¿sabes?
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest here. Don't be bashful, man.
Yeah.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece.
I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying.
¿O no?
I hear what you're saying.
¿Qué pasó?
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
¿Qué pasó?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you.
¿Yo qué
I'm
hice?
sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were
¿Mentiras?
glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this
¿Qué?
time, I want the truth.
No vais a decir nada, Digna, ¿eh?
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
I get all this. We need to move. This.
Listo.
Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
¿Qué pasó?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
What is it?
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Esto es lo que no, se oía extraño. Son los recuerdos que reprimió de su vida, creo. No, por dejarlos afuera se comieron los gatitos.
Must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? This is...
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Aquí. Este.
Keep focusing. Make sure you stay engaged.
Try to speak a little softer.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
¿Cómo?
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it.
Hola, mamá.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Qué artista.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
¿Sobre qué
Why
puedo
don't you write the
escribir?
story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
La maravillosa vida de Benjamin Brain. Su infancia fue feliz. Creció en un amoroso hogar. Gracias a unos padres amorosos. Tuvo una infancia feliz, creció en un hogar acogedor, unos padres cariñosos en un pequeño pueblo cerca del mar. Su madre fue una compositora. Su madre fue compositora y para apoyar a su familia trabajó además de contable.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it, I do.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
No mames, güey.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. Can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. It reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Benjamin Brain fue un perdedor. Fue el peor Brain que ha pisado la tierra. Ni siquiera intentó combatir su enfermedad. Se quedó tumbado esperando la muerte. No mames, güey. No mames.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now!
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait with you here, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. You feel that? That's me. That's your mom. That's Mama. Sweetie, I'm here with you.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have to go to school with me, is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me, or what, but I just wanted to call to say I really don't appreciate being lied to. And it's not that I need your help in history class, you know. I actually never needed your help in history class. And I just pretended because you were clearly really lonely and you had no friends. And it was my New Year's resolution to be nicer to people. So, I just wanted to say that you've reminded me why I wasn't nice to people in the first place. And I wish I never met you. And goodbye forever.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, is that...
No mames, pendejo.
How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
El gatito. Volvió. No me la container.
Doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right. She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No. What does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the
¿Qué?
book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Eres mi primer amor de verdad. Nah. Con amor, Chloe. Nah.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Ya nada me sirve. Miren el metrónomo, güey. Es el ritmo de vida.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny, just close your eyes. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn.
Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Pues su madre, qué buen juego,
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you need some.
Ay, ya, güey, ya. Cabrón, ya. Necesito que lo juegue mi patrona, güey.